Hey everyone, my name is Brianna Dottery, and this is my introduction video. To give you a little background knowledge about me, I graduated from high school in 2011. Then I went on to Purdue University and started my education, and um, I started there. I was there for about 2.5 years. Ended up having my daughter Lorelai, who is now 6 and going into the first grade. Very full of life. Keeps me on my toes for sure. And so I moved back home to be with my family. I graduated with my elementary education and special education degree back in 2016. And then I took a little bit of a break, and now I'm in my last year of completing this program. So I'm excited and ready. I first started teaching at Vincennes University, doing adult basic education. So basically, I was teaching those that did not graduate with their high school diploma, dropped out of high school. I taught those. Then I started taking on a little bit more of classes. Then I started doing English as a second language. And I did that for almost 3 years total with the adult education and the English as a second language. And then actually in November of 2019, I transitioned out of education altogether, um, simply because I couldn't get any more hours and I was only part time. I needed to have a full time job with benefits, making the amount of money that I made at that point in time. So I found a new role, and I'm actually an account manager for True RX, which is a prescriptions benefit manager, which most people have no clue what those even are. So basically, in short terms, I am the prescription side of your insurance. On your card, you always have your medical insurance, and there's usually like a little PBM there in the corner, and that's your prescription insurance. So I manage all the accounts. Right now, I have currently, I think I have about 75 clients, which would be companies that are my own, and it's definitely a learning role. And honestly, a lot of the stuff that I've learned in education, I've carried over. I knew absolutely nothing about insurance when I went over. Couldn't even tell you about a deductible or an out of pocket max. And now I use those acronyms on a daily basis. And so I'm continuing my education. I'm going to finish my degree here, hopefully. And I'm hoping our company is growing and expanding very much. In the company just started in 2013, and then in when I was hired in November last year, I was like hire number 34, and we have hired almost 15 people since I was hired. So we're growing quite rapidly, and we actually have outgrown our building. So I'm working from home and all of those things right now as well because we just ran out of space. And so my hopes for the future is to maybe transition into some type of teaching role within my company, such as like a training coordinator or something along those lines. But I don't know exactly where it'll be. For now, I love what I do. I'm learning a lot. Uh, it's a never dull, and it keeps me very busy. And there's just things that I like to learn, and I like to challenge myself, and I do that on a daily basis at this point. Um, I live in the middle of nowhere with my daughter and my fiance. We are planning a wedding in hopefully September of next year. We'll see what happens with all the COVID stuff. Um, his name is Michael, and my daughter is Lorelai, like I said earlier. And we live on a farm, not farm type area. We have about almost 4 acres of land and a big barn, and I have chickens, and then we have dogs. We have 4 dogs and a cat, and uh, it's just all crazy. We love to travel to do things, and we're always on the go. And I really look forward to seeing what this class can bring and what I can take from it. And I look forward to meeting everyone.